Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you here. You come here often?
Sometimes. Sometimes
Wow,
I
it's
do.
my first time. I hope you can show me how to do this.
Are we gonna do ASMR today?
I think we should.
I think so.
What's the topic?
Is that there?
You gotta do the fingers.
Oh,
Oh, that's perfect. Just like that.
it's excellent. Do you like when I rub your back like this?
This is very nice. This is good. This is good. We have to accentuate the letter T every time we say it.
Oh, is that a thing? Do they? Is my screen blurry? Did I just
It
fog
is
it up?
blurry. No, you need to get Windex or better internet, or I don't know what's going on.
It was clear before.
I don't know.
Oh.
I just work here.
Well, let's just hope that it's actually recording well.
I don't know because it's blurry on my. It's just it looks like when you're watching Netflix and your cable gets a little weird and yeah,
Okay. Well, I cleaned off the screen right before I did it, so
I
let's
don't know
stop.
if it's
We'll
that.
stop. Just 1 second.
Okay.
John, were you or were you not on the Contagion podcast recently?
I was officially.
Do you have trouble committing to one person?
I like to make my way around a little bit. It's I'm kind of a social person when it comes to that. There's actually there's been others. There's been a couple. There's one other. There's one other. I don't like to talk about it that much. It wasn't as good as the Contagion Effect.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say. So I don't even know if there's any point in continuing on here if you're just gonna hop around podcast to podcast.
I understand. It's. I'm sorry. It's my parents. I have mommy problems.
Taking it wherever you can get it, huh?
Mrs. Dadbod's okay with it. She's come to understand that this is the way it's going to be. I'm never going to have anything like this of my own. I'm always going to seek it in others.
Right.
You just happen to be the next one.
I see how it is. That's fine.
But this one's very special for me. I just want to let you know.
Is that? Tell me why.
Because she's actually a fan of you.
Oh.
Well, so it's, we're kind of bringing that in.
Okay, tell me more about me.
I mean, she's the one that introduced me to you.
Really?
Before that, I didn't even know who you were, honestly.
A lot of women are bringing me to their men.
It's weird.
It's risky.
It's dangerous. It's not what I would do. No. I mean, it's like I didn't bring Thor to you, okay? I didn't bring Bradley Thor to you.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's pretty much same. Pretty much the same.
That's not what I would do. No, I would exactly. I don't know if you're that good at handling wood, but he is, and I can understand why there's an attraction there.
I've actually been told that I'm exceptionally good at it.
That's good. That's good to have on your resume.
I do a lot of camping.
In fact, the more references you can get to that, the better it's going to be for your next opportunity.
Excellent. I
think so.
I know all the innuendos. Do you want to hear my best camping joke?
Sure. Yeah, let's go.
Have you ever had sex while camping?
Is this a yes or no question?
I don't know. You're kind of ruining the joke right now.
Okay. No.
It's fucking intense.
Okay, that was awesome. The only thing we're going to work on is the delivery, all right? It's intense.
It's no. You're supposed to say intense, right? And then you are supposed to put it together. It's just because you're not quick, right? It's because you weren't quick to put it together in your own head. So that was more. The problem was more you than anybody.
Okay, that's true. Usually I am the problem. It's
I'm
me.
I'm pretty sure everybody else got it, but
hi.
So
I'm the problem. It's me.
What is that song?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I got into it about Taylor Swift the other day with my makeup artist.
Why?
I don't know, because her new song came on. Everybody's going to hate me after this. I need to not say this.
Do it. Do it anyway.
Okay.
And we'll talk about trolls after this.
Okay, listen. Don't hate me. I'm allowed to have an opinion, okay? So
Okay.
I was doing hair. I'm a hairstylist for most of you that don't know, but pretty much everybody does because everybody watches my channel. I'm a hairstylist, and so I was doing my client's hair, and it just so happened that my makeup artist was working the same day, and we share a room. So she's working on her client, I'm working on mine, and this song comes on, and I'm not enjoying it. I was not enjoying it, and so I
Just
said,
rubbing you the wrong way. Just
it was just kind of blah.
nails on the chalkboard.
And so I said, Alexa, skip song. And then I ranted about it, and I was like, I don't know what that was, but I didn't like that. And my makeup artist is obviously a Swiftie, and she was like, you don't know who that is? And I'm like, no. And she's like, that was Taylor Swift. And I'm like, okay, okay. But what I didn't realize was this was incredibly offensive. And she was quite upset that I did not know that this was Taylor Swift's song, and that if I had known, I wouldn't have said the things that I said. And then she just...
And what exactly did you say?
Just what I said to you. I was like, I don't know what that was, but I was not enjoying that.
Okay.
And
nothing else.
Yeah. And then she continued to berate me for the next 10 minutes about pop culture and how I don't know stuff about pop culture, because I was like, I don't know. I thought maybe she was a country singer. I said like, well, I don't know. And then apparently she's not a country. It just kind of went on and on, but I got in a lot of trouble over... Now I'm going to be even more trouble. Everybody's going to be hating me in the comments.
Well, she used to be a country singer. She identifies as transmusical now.
She does. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
She's non-genre. She's kind of just whatever she wants to be that day. She sounds country still sometimes to me because I remember her as country. But let's explore how that made you feel when she kind of, berated you.
I just don't care. Like, I just don't care about pop culture.
Do you think there's anything that you could do to change about yourself to be ready for that conversation the next time?
Like pop culture.
You could. Is that something that you're willing to do
No.
to change about yourself?
No.
Okay.
I can't care. You know what? This is the thing that I don't get, right? Because I love movies. I love TV. I love it too much. Okay? I watch it too much. But like,
What's
I don't
too
give
much?
Do we need to go into that?
Yeah, we need to go there too. We're just going to have a therapy session.
No, I don't want to. Why is it that everybody I talk to ends up being a therapist for me? Why do I attract this energy? Like, do I just put out hot
There may
mess?
be some messaging that's going on that you're not hearing.
Right. Well, anyways, I watch it too much daily for at least a couple hours or more, maybe.
Do you have like your favorite series that you're like your go-tos?
Oh, I love Bridgerton. And the Queen Charlotte that just came out, and Ginny and Georgia, and Modern Family. I love Modern Family.
So you're very much a period piece person, and you're also a little bit of sitcom style. What about Ted Lasso?
No, I thought that was garbage.
Shut your mouth.
I did. I thought it was
Don't you
garbage.
Ever talk about Ted Lasso. That was the most beautiful, happiest, joyful series that has been around for, I can't remember the last time I had something that made me feel that way.
I didn't get past the first 5 minutes, John.
Opinion.
Bored me to tears.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's been nice talking to you. Yeah.
Okay, let me finish my sentence. I was talking
Okay, go ahead.
About things.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, your shows. Modern Family?
No, that wasn't it.
Well, whatever you were saying must not be that important to you.
No, it was important. Oh, I was ranting. I was on a rant, okay, about how...
Sorry. I have ADD, by the way, so we're going down bunny trails.
Listen here, John. You interrupt me one more time and you're grounded.
Okay, that's cool. I got video games.
Okay. No, I don't get it. I don't get, like, I love the movies and I love the shows, but I don't get why people like care so much about their personal lives and stuff like that. Like, I never read these magazines or, follow, uh, news, like e-news or whatever like that, so I can find out more about what these people do in the real, other than Ryan Reynolds. Mm.
Whoa, no, wait. That's a whole different look. We don't need to go there this soon, okay? Because there's a lot to unpack there.
I just want to know if she's gay yet. I feel like she's gay. She has a thing for Leighton Meester.
She's irrelevant in my mind.
Oh no, I just need her to
She's
be gay so that me and Ryan Reynolds can be together.
whoa, wow.
Listen, my boyfriend knows about it and he said he's okay with it.
Mrs. Dadbod knows about it as well. If he came to the door right now and he said, "Take me as I am," I'd be like, "Sorry, girl.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen."
What is it? It's like, it's the mix of funny and hot, right? And Canadian. That's just all Canadians are very attractive.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
I know some other Canadians. They're on the eastern side though. They're not over
real
on your
Canadians.
side.
Those aren't real Canadians.
They're not. Those are Michiganders.
I don't know what they are. They came here from somewhere. Probably came up from the States. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Calm down, people.
Wow.
I said what I said. No, just kidding.
Yeah, but still, Ryan is on a different level than everyone else in the world.
No.
It's just, I don't know why.
Would you be gay for
It started
Ryan?
with Van Wilder for me.
Yeah.
Would I be what?
Would you be gay for Ryan?
I don't think at this point among the male species that it would be considered gay.
No?
I think that's like an exclusion. No, I think that's just a general understanding amongst men.
He's a freebie. Ryan's a freebie.
Exactly. They're like, you didn't? I mean, that would be the statement they would say. They're like,
nobody
you
would
didn't?
say no.
Like, well, no, because I thought that was, nobody would say no. And why? I mean, that's a trophy that you can put on your shelf that nobody can touch.
I humped Ryan Reynolds. People would make stickers. We should make like what are they called? Tailgate stickers? No, what's that? Bumper stickers.
Bumper stickers?
Yeah.
Bumper stickers.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, that's what for Ryan Reynolds? Like
yeah,
I did Ryan?
I humped Ryan.
I humped Ryan?
Yeah.
Well, you could make t-shirts out of that. I think there'd be a whole line of t-shirts on that one. I humped Ryan. I don't know if many people will be able to wear them officially.
No.
We would have to have some sort of authentication process to this, right? We can't just give these things out because, they have to be unique and special. So we got to figure out how to authenticate that you had relations with Ryan.
You need proof. Sex tapes only, and I'll watch them.
Not audios, not just audios.
No,
we don't need audio. That doesn't count. He was actually taking it in Deadpool. He took it a lot.
Yeah, he was.
On Women's Day. On Women's Day, he did. He did, and I was okay with
those scenes. I like that.
Yeah, that was. That was awesome. That scene was awesome. I'm sorry. That whole montage was hilarious. And that's why he's so awesome. That's why you can't deny him, is because he does stuff like that that's self-deprecating. And he wins at it.
Have you seen Sex Life? I need to bring this up right now. Have you seen that? Have you seen that
Sex
show?
Life? No, I have not. I have not. No.
Oh God.
Is that Sex Life of college kids or something like that?
No. Ew. No, I don't want to watch college.
I don't.
Gross.
I don't know. No.
It's like a series on Netflix. And this girl she's married, but she has like all these fantasies of her ex, and then the ex comes back into the picture. I will tell you this. The only season worth watching is like the first one. The first one was the best one, and then it just kind of continues on, and it doesn't really get any better.
All right.
But there's a big one in there. There's a big one. And there's a lot of passion.
Big what? Big what?
Big, what I'm saying.
What? Big snake?
Yes.
Or long scene?
It's a big, long scene. It's a really big one.
Big, long scene. Okay, got it.
Super long. Yeah.
How long was it?
Really long. so long. So long, I had to pause it.
Was it? What exact frame did you attempt to pause it at? And were you doing like the slow speed rewind fast forward to make sure you got it perfect?
Do you know what?
No.
I have a problem with that. I don't really watch the corn. I don't watch corn very often, but when it comes to like a really good scene, and this started
Mm-hmm.
from a young
Mm-hmm.
person.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was like 10 or
Let's
11.
unpack this. Let's keep going. Let's unpack this.
Have you ever seen the movie Ski School? Like way back when,
I
and it was like,
haven't.
you haven't. Okay. So it was like these ski teams are like it was basically like Top Gun, but for like skiing, and they were like racing and competing against each other, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like who's going to win the mountain, that kind of thing, but also they have a lot of sex in this show.
Mm-hmm. As most ski teams do, I assume.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the name of the movie was Ski School, so it didn't seem inappropriate to my parents when I rented it every week.
Every week. Wait. Every week.
I
Now,
rented
wait.
that
Were you renting
friggin'
this at
show.
Blockbuster, like the video
Yeah,
store
yeah,
on VHS?
yes. Hmm.
And why didn't you just buy it?
I was a kid,
I mean, it would have been cheaper
but I was a
renting it.
kid. I didn't have money to like buy stuff.
So your parents were renting it for you.
Yes.
So your parents were supportive of this.
No, my parents
Oh,
didn't know.
okay.
Look, God,
That
come
makes
on.
more sense.
Did any parents back in our day pay attention to what we were doing? No, they just sent us down to the basement with 7 movies and a bag of chips and some
7.
pop. Yeah, the 7 movies for 7 days. Don't you remember that deal?
I was never fortunate enough to have that. I mean,
Oh.
it was a fist fight for me and my siblings to get to go to Blockbuster, to the video store, whatever video store, right?
Oh
It
no,
was a fist fight.
this was a
We
regular thing. You get 7 movies for 7 days. And so we would do that deal every week, and I would always rent Ski School, and then I'd rewind the good part over and over and over and over again.
Did you wear it out? Like, did you actually break the tape for
No,
doing
one
this?
day
Because I know
my
that's possible.
stepdad
I've never
walked
watched a
in on
movie that
me.
many times.
He walked in on me. I think I was pressing the remote firmly into some areas. As I rewinded.
Wow, I am glad I only have one daughter and that she's the oldest and she's gone, and I did not experience that, so I'm good.
Yeah, my pants were on.
I'm good.
That's so that there's that.
That's a positive. That's a good start. I mean, it could have been worse.
Yeah, but I was
It could have
banned from
been.
watching Ski School after that.
You don't say. You
Yeah.
don't say. You
He didn't
don't
let
say.
me watch it after that
Did you
anymore.
did he watch it after that?
No, he walked in during a very voluptuous scene with
Voluptuous.
like his 12-year-old stepdaughter like pressing the remote firmly into her bits, just glued to the television. And then he said I wasn't allowed to watch it anymore.
Enthralled.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow.
I know.
Well, I can honestly say that I don't have an experience like that. Yeah,
No?
I took really long showers.
Shut
That's all
up.
I did. No, really
You
long
don't
showers.
have any
Yeah.
experiences like that. How many posters
No, I don't. I have experiences. I don't have any experiences getting caught by
tell me the
anyone
post
of
wait, let me
significance.
guess the poster. Pamela Anderson.
Oh God, no.
No.
I'm not
Oh,
a Pamela
okay.
Anderson fan. No,
Carmen Electra.
she's trashy.
Carmen Electra?
No,
Oh, come
no.
on. Who
I'm
was
much
it?
more wholesome than that.
Who
Keep
were
going.
you
No. I wanna see.
manhandling yourself to? Was it that chick from A Whole New World or Boy Meets World?
If I had to say that there was one in particular that I would that was a regular,
Uh-huh.
it would be Kathy Ireland.
Who the fuck is that?
Kathy, who now sells furniture. So
Who's
you don't know Kathy Ireland?
Who is that? Who's
She's
Kathy
in the
Ireland?
well, she's in with like she's Cindy Crawford level kind of model.
Oh,
She wasn't as
shit,
popular
I
as Cindy
forgot
Crawford or
about
Kathy Ireland.
Cindy. Cindy
But
Crawford.
now it's Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the accent. The accent does it for me.
Really? You like a
Kate
good
Beckinsale
English
and Ryan
accent?
Reynolds. Those are my two.
Wait,
Those
is
are my
she
two.
English?
Kate and Ryan. Oh, she's very English.
Yeah, okay, I got that right. I'm
She's
not good
naughty.
at like,
She's
knowing accents
she's
very well.
naughty. She's like legitimately naughty. She's
Is she?
a naughty person in real life.
Is she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know. I need
Yeah.
somebody
You
a little
should
more innocent. Like I'd like to do some things to Dakota Johnson.
She's a little young.
What? No, she's not.
Isn't she young? Dakota Fanning. Oh,
God,
got it.
dude.
Got it. Dakota Fanning.
Not
Sorry,
Dakota
I was like,
Fanning.
it's like, Elle, where are we going with this?
Do you want to know something weird? And I seen a TikTok about this today. Or no, it was on Instagram. But like, do you do this? I like when I watch Friends, right? They were in their 20s, right? In that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
I am
Now they're in their
now
50s.
just about 40, right? But when I
Oh
watch
man,
that
you're still a
show,
baby.
I know, I'm so young.
You're so young.
I don't know why I'm stroking the mic. Okay. When I watch that show, I still feel like they're older than me in that show. Like when I watch it, I
Well, they're
still feel
still
like
older than you.
they're still older than me. Like I am delusional. I have like reverse body dysmorphia. I've got like reverse age dysmorphia, if that's a thing. I really think I look
Wow.
amazing. And then I have these moments where I realize I'm delusional.
But are we ever actually older mentally? Or is
No,
it
this
just
is the
this
thing.
crusty
I'm
body that
like,
we're stuck in, this
it's that
flesh
Matthew
bag?
McConaughey from, Dazed and Confused, They
All
keep
right, all
getting
right,
younger
all
and
right.
I stay the same age.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, you do that good. You do that really
I
good.
love him.
I know.
Have you ever listened to his audiobook?
No, I haven't. But he was such a hottie, and now he's kind of like
He's awesome.
he's aged a little. I don't know. He kind of is pervy a little. There's something pervy about his face.
He's starting to look like where he's from. He's starting to look like a Texan.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't
That's
know.
what it
Someone
is.
was like, he was so wholesome before, and now maybe it's since he did Magic Mike. It's ruined my view of him.
Oh, you need to really listen to his audiobook. He ain't wholesome.
Really?
He is not wholesome.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna
he does
listen.
it. He
Matthew
reads
McConaughey's old.
his own book. Yeah,
His
Green
own
Lights. It's
book.
called Green Lights.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm writing this down.
It's
Who's
his
that?
life story narrated by him.
Interesting.
I listened to it on a road trip. It was great.
I should write
Green
about
Lights.
my life story. It's a good one.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
You know what? Other than being like really hilarious, we actually have a lot in common.
We do. We
Yeah,
do.
we do.
We
You were in the Navy.
live in different countries together. Yeah. You were in the Navy?
Yes. No, but I'm wearing
No.
navy blue.
Oh.
I am wearing navy today. I put this outfit on for you. I'm not going to show the shorts because they're really tight. I don't want to turn everybody on. So
Me too.
I'm just trying to keep it wholesome over here.
I'm wearing bike shorts right now.
People are already so in love with me. I don't want to.
It's hard. How do you do it? I mean, every day waking up, being who you are. How does one with such an aura exist and have balance of wholesomeness and humbleness?
I drink a lot. I do. Yeah, I drink a lot. It really humbles me. I also, I just sometimes when I'm like feeling myself too much, then I turn the lights on. Like instead of being naked in the dark, then I just, like I'll be naked in the light and I'll look at myself for like a good 20 minutes and I'm like, ooh.
And that
Yeah.
this is
That does it. It brings the ego down a good bit. Or you do that thing where you put your phone on the floor and then you get on top of it, right? So that it's like the view that somebody might see if you
no
were
one
there.
needs to see that. No one needs to see that on me. No one.
It's very humbling.
No, it's not humbling. It's disturbing. For me,
What else
personally.
is humbling is if you like lie down on the bed, right? And somebody was going out to eat. If you were to
go to a buffet.
If you were to put the phone where they would be in their view, and then you look up to
wow.
Yeah, it's
things that I've
good.
never done. Part one.
You
and probably will never do.
You should do
No,
it.
no, I will never,
You
never,
have,
ever
but you have the double
stand.
chin hider. You know, you've got
Yeah,
all
well,
of
that I don't
this
have that
going
all
on.
over. Okay, I don't have that everywhere.
No, but the point is, if somebody's like looking up at you, they can't see all your chins. For me, it's like a, you know, chin buffet, right? And
As long
it's
as you
just,
just make like really cool eye contact, I think that's what's necessary. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, as a guy, we can get past almost everything if the eye contact is right.
See, but like with some, like for somebody with beauty dysmorphia like me, it's this thing where like I really feel sexy in the moment. Like I really, you know, I really feel like,
As you should.
look at you. You know,
As
you
you should.
just, you know, and they look impressed. But sometimes I think, you know, was it an impressed look or was it shock? You know, like, is it like, is it like that thing on Seinfeld where I'm like, you know, she's okay in the light, but
Oh my god. I, again, speaking from the male perspective, 95% of the time when we're in situations, we ain't thinking that. We're not
no.
thinking that. We're
Do you
not.
know what?
We're more focused on making your head explode off of your neck. And if we are
True.
successful at that, it doesn't matter.
That's
None of
true.
it matters.
Do you know
None
what
of it
though?
matters.
I have such a sick sense of humor. I really enjoy seeing what I can do to take him out of the moment.
Oh, I'm really good. My favorite one is to whisper in her ear, "Taste the rainbow." That's it. It's a fucking moment
Mine
ruiner.
is mine's much more simple. I just go for like a real deep throaty groan, you know, like like something like that.
That doesn't
And
sound like intimate. That sounds more like restroom style.
yeah. Yeah. Or you know, I go for like a more manly type of voice. Like
Uh-huh.
I just spit. Oops.
Hey,
Um
baby.
yeah. Yeah, I really I really there's something wrong with me, John. I don't know what it
There's
is,
nothing
but
wrong with you. There's nothing wrong
there
with you
is.
because it's supposed to be fun as well. The
Yeah.
situation isn't supposed to just be serious. It's supposed to be fun. If you
It's a
can't have
lot of fun.
fun doing, it's a lot of fun. It should be
It
fun. It
is.
should be, it should be, I think it's like 40, 50% fun, like 30% serious, and like 45% effort. I don't know. I think that's more than 100, but somewhere in that range.
Okay, not good at math.
No,
Okay.
never,
All right.
never one of my strong suits. Don't let me balance your checkbook because you'll be broke.
You like to teach lessons on TikTok. You kind of teach lessons to the younger generation. But like everybody's pretty smart. So do you have trouble like finding people to stitch?
Oh, no, 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 no. See, all of my content comes from the fans. That's what's the beauty of this is I only had to do like 2 or 3 stitches by myself, and then the rest of this stuff just comes to me, and
Really? Are
they tell
people
me
writing for
what they
you? Like
think is dumb.
they're telling you
They're
stuff.
they're sending the videos to me on all the platforms,
Oh,
all of them.
that's fantastic.
They send me the links. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's the best thing ever. I like have a life. I lose more in not doing them than I actually get done.
You
It's just the
wait,
greatest thing
what?
ever. I didn't think it would ever be like this. Like
You
I lose
lose more.
more that I don't do because they send me so many. I can't get to all of them, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else will do them, and then I just don't do them. I just won't do them. Like if Justin Nunley gets a hold of it, which 95% of the time he does, I just won't do it. I'm
See,
gonna be not gonna be a chaser after him.
I don't care if other people do it because everybody's stitching different videos. And in my genre, where, you know, I mostly get sent and tagged in hot guys videos, somebody has done them. Like, I'm definitely not the only creator that's
Yeah,
known
true.
for being a thirsty girl. So it's more so like if I see somebody else do it and I have a different take, then I'll do it 100%. But if it's like the same take and they've already done really well with it, I'm like, now it just feels like I'm copying them. And
Yeah.
there's so much like so many people. You may not have this because your content, I haven't seen anybody else do your content. Just you, which is pretty amazing. Like you've really like honed in on your, you know, telling the stories of the generations past, you know, kind of content. But for me, I'm just one of many. A lot of people think I'm the OG, and I'd agree with them. But
Yeah, I would say you're
but
pretty
no,
OG.
I just say what other women are thinking without a filter. Yeah.
I would say that you are definitely one of the OGs.
I
Definitely
don't
one of the OGs.
I don't know if I am. Honestly, I think I just did it better.
Well,
Just kidding.
it's you're better at the facials and you're better at like your facial expressions and the I don't know, the depth and the realism of the way that you do it. It feels more genuine than just
Oh.
like, oh my God, he's so hot. Oh my God. Like you're way better than that. You're like, oh my God. It's just the way that you do it. It's so much better.
My goal is to make people feel slightly uncomfortable. I enjoy that.
I feel uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I know it's working.
If I feel uncomfortable, okay, well, it works.
That's
It works
yeah.
for me.
If you feel uncomfortable, like we're in person and you feel uncomfortable around me, I'm probably flirting.
Are you the kind of the person that I don't want to invite to dinner because, especially like a large family gathering, should I just keep you off the list because you're gonna do something that's, say something that's just gonna make the whole table uncomfortable?
It depends how uptight your family is.
Oh, because trust me, I was actually going to tell you that you'll be the first person I'll invite because my family, we are just bad. We are bad.
Mm.
We have dinners to make each other uncomfortable. That's the
Oh,
whole
I love
point.
that. My problem is that I say things without thinking. Like, and I also have this like I have this like deep like I have these deep scars, I think, from being so unliked as a child. And then like going to, I was at the extreme where I would like do anything that other people wanted to do in an effort to be cool. And I tried to copy all the cool kids so that I could fit in. Never worked. Then I finally got to a point where I was like, fuck them. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I went to the exact opposite end where I just didn't give a shit what anybody thought. And now when I get somewhat close to people, I have this like issue where like I just tell them all the like worst things about me to see if they'll stay around.
So are you self-sabotaging? You're self-sabotaging.
I'm testing. I think I'm testing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you want them to leave or no?
No, I just want to know early. So I just want to know early. Like I
Well, I'm
think
just wondering if
I
it's
was with my boyfriend for like a month, and then for whatever reason, I told him that I peed in a jar when I was like 12 because I was too lazy to go to the bathroom.
shit, I still do that.
Do you? No,
Yeah.
you don't.
I mean, of course I do.
No, you
Of course I do.
don't. You
I don't
don't
want to
you
get
don't
up.
stand up out of
Yes.
bed and pee in a jar and then lie back down at bed and put it on your dresser.
No, I don't do that.
No.
I don't do that. But
No, no.
if there's a situation, I mean, it's nice because I'm a guy. It's easier for me to do than you,
I,
so I can just go on a bush or whatever.
if I could be a guy for a day, I'd pee on so many things.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. Okay, it's really not all it's cracked up to be.
Can you write your name in the snow? You got a short name. I feel like it's possible.
Well, I've never been around that much snow, but I would try. I could probably do it. Yeah, I could probably
You've
do it.
never tried.
I mean, I've never really had the thought of when I was around snow to actually do something like that. Now, in the grass, yeah, sure, I've done it. Yeah.
Well, what kind of sense does that make to do it in the grass? It doesn't even leave like anything.
I don't know. There's nowhere
There's
that
no
I have that
proof.
would leave a mark. I mean, I could do it on the concrete and write my name, but I think it'd be the same result.
You don't have snow?
No,
Oh, where are you?
there's no snow. I'm in South
Oh.
Carolina.
Oh, damn.
It's 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 hot.
Well, if you and the missus want to come up here, you can stay at my place.
To Canada.
Yeah, to
Oh,
Canada.
oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada. I love your poutine. Your poutine is my favorite. I just
Poutine
like
is
saying that word.
delicious, but I don't allow myself to eat the poutine because I have like this I love the poutine and I'll gobble it all up, but then I feel so much guilt. The guilt just follows me for days.
Well, the first time I had poutine, I wanted to call it poutang. I was like, "Bo, I'm gonna go to a poutang restaurant." I call my buddies, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm up in
Uh-huh.
Canada. I was up in Toronto. I'm up in Canada, man. I'm gonna go to a poutang restaurant, Bo. Come on, right?"
Oh God. See, that's
They're
even
like,
worse
"What?"
than saying poutine. It's
I'm like,
poutine.
bro, they got a poo-tang restaurant here. You just go on in there and you ask them what kind of poo-tang you want. And they give you whatever you want. Put some cheese on it, bacon, and whatever you want, man.
That's a new character. I like that one.
I scare people. I've done it before in my
Have
older
you?
stuff, and they were like, and they were so confused. They're like, what is he doing? Like they don't even know what's. They're like, what is his real? He doesn't have a real voice. What? I have
Yeah.
that one. I've got a New Yorker. I got an
Ooh.
Irishman. Yeah, I
Ooh,
got a
talk to
bunch
me
of
in the New
stuff.
Yorker one.
What do you want me to talk to you about? What do you
Mm.
want to do? You want to go talk about stuff? You want to go out to dinner? Get a nice Italian joint. We can hang out there. Have some pizza.
Is that
What do you want?
is that like more of a Brooklyn accent?
See, now this is the thing that's weird is I can't really dissect them all. I don't know where they all come from. I mean,
Mm.
obviously Dadbod the Wise, that's the one that everybody loves. He's got an origin story, but the rest of them, it's just what I think about that's supposed to sound like. Like I can never do somebody else's voice very well. I can do my version of their voice, but it's never the same.
I am very attracted to the dad bod voice. I gotta say, there's something about it that's like,
So you like older
like
guys?
I mean, I wouldn't consider you older.
No, that's
How?
what he is.
No, it's not that. It's just like I don't know. You're out there teaching everybody a lesson, and it's just like, mm.
You have a naughty schoolgirl fetish?
No, I just like to get taught lessons about things, stuff. So
I just like to be taught. Teach me.
I'm ready to learn.
Teach me, Daddy.
Oh, oh, we went there.
I
Okay.
mean,
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Let's actually we should get to some of these questions because we just gone back and forth and actually I'm super surprised because we haven't actually had like a lot of conversations and stuff like that.
not
So
really.
I'm really
We
glad
did
that
a
we had
one
this
one
rapport.
live with you, and that was it.
Yeah. I love this rapport. It's good. Okay, but I got to ask you questions because I've been warned by my editor. I got to keep it at like an hour and a half most. I would love if you could tell us your worst or craziest story from being in the Navy.
Craziest story from being in the Navy. 2001, September 10th, 2001. We're on our ship, right? We're going out to sea. We're only supposed to be out for 4 days, right? And so we're out there, and I only packed 4 pairs of underwear. Um, and that's an important part to the story because when you go out to sea, if you're not educated, you only pack for the number of days that you expect to be out there. And that's a horrible idea. You should never pack for the days that you're supposed to be out there because in the military, anything can change. So I've learned and I overpack like you wouldn't believe. I take a full size suitcase everywhere I go. It could be a weekend trip. It's a full size suitcase because I overpack. Okay. So we're out September 10th, 2001. We're only supposed to be out for 4 days. We're out there doing circles because that's what we do. And I'm translating this in a civilian language so that most can understand. Because if you're not military, you're not going to understand the finer details of this story. So September 11th was the next day, right? And so we're all sitting in our work center and we're having coffee and we're watching the Today Show. And then all of a sudden, the events of September 11th happened live in front of our eyes. And then the TV went blank. And the commanding officer, the captain of the boat, comes over the radio and says, "Guys, we're not going home. We're going to handle this situation," right? Didn't tell us where we were going. He says, "But all of your communications are shut off. You can't talk to anybody. We're going somewhere," right? Now,
Oh my god.
we're all kind of freaked out because we have wives and kids and we're only supposed to be out for 4 days. And, there's all the details about that. But then we actually we're off the coast of Virginia at this time. We end up making our way up to New York Harbor. And on the way, they bring ammunition onto the ship. I was on an aircraft carrier and there was no ammunition or anything on the boat. So they bring on ammunition, they bring on all this stuff because the boat had nothing on it. And we loaded up all of our missile launchers and all of our equipment, and we were ready to go. I mean, we were ready to go do bad stuff to bad people. Um,
Wow.
but we ended up pulling into New York Harbor and sitting there for about 2 weeks. And we were acting as the plane guard if another attack happened.
What does that mean? What does that mean? The
Plane guard.
plane. Yeah, what does that mean?
So so if you're sitting in a certain scenario, normally aircraft carriers are not by themselves because they're very vulnerable. They have another ship with them. They call them the shotgun, and basically they're protecting the aircraft carrier. They've got long range missiles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
Okay.
when we pulled up into that harbor, we were being a plane guard looking for other planes that weren't supposed to be flying.
Okay.
That's what the term plane guard is. We're looking for other things in the air that weren't supposed to be there. Um, so there's a very famous picture of the on the internet of our ship sitting in New York Harbor with the smoke behind us. I mean, we were that close. We could smell it. We could see it. We could hear it. All that stuff that was going on. But one particular day, we are doing our Navy thing. Right, we're sitting there, not moving. We've got our radars running, etc. We're watching for airplanes that are coming in and out as they're supposed to. Right, recovery, etc. All that stuff is happening. And one plane was flying in, and he wasn't squawking, meaning he wasn't communicating the right code to be able to enter. There's a thing called IFF, identify friend or foe, and that is what every pilot is communicating to the ground that says, "Hey, I'm safe. Don't shoot me." Right. Well, this one plane was not squawking IFF, so at that time, everybody's very nervous. So we're sitting behind our missile system console, and we're about to press the big red button because this person isn't squawking IFF. And the communications people finally get a hold of this plane, and come to find out, it was a Red Cross plane full of blood that was coming into New York to be, part of the rescue efforts and stuff like that. But he was not squawking the right information, and we almost shot his ass down. Excuse my French. We almost shot him down
Wow.
right there in New York Harbor. So very intense situation. Everybody was on pins and needles. We were there for 2 weeks. Back to the underwear story. This is where I learned that every pair of underwear has about 4 different ways you can wear it. Um, there's the right way, there's the wrong way, there's the left way, there's the right way, and then there's inside out. So every pair of underwear can last at least 4 days.
I always wear my underwear the right way. So
I've heard differently. I've heard differently. In fact, I've heard that there are people in your life that are attempting to help you with this.
yeah, it's you know what? It's actually really a problem. It's a big problem, unfortunately.
But is it a problem for you? Is it a problem for you?
I mean, I'm starting to feel a lot of shame about it. Like, I would notice that I had my underwear inside out, but it would just be like a fleeting moment where I'd be like, oh, whoops, and then, change them. But now, my boyfriend tends to catch that a lot. Like he usually, oh my God. Mm, he's usually helping me take them off, so he notices often when they are inside out. So, um,
Hmm.
he likes to point it
Hmm.
out. He enjoys pointing it out,
Hmm.
and
Does he point it out at the moment, or does he wait until after?
it's it's usually at the moment. Yeah, no, he doesn't. He's
Damn
not
it.
really concerned about my feelings.
We gotta work. We gotta work on his coof.
No, he listen. There's very few things that he could do that would ruin the moment. Um, so I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
I'm. It doesn't really change a whole lot for me. But it's
So
still,
obviously he's a magician.
it's like this weird shaming thing, and I think it like I think it's like one of his things now. It's like
So you guys are turning this into a turn on.
I think he has. I mean, I'm not, but I think he has. He's like this OCD clean, really loves organizing things. And I think he just sees me as like, oh, look at that mess.
Has he asked you to wear them wrong on purpose?
I don't think he has to ask me because it just happens all the time.
So you're purposely doing it.
And just, it,
Because I'm just trying to figure out where we are on the line of fetish, right? Because if he's an OCD person and you're doing this constantly and he's turning it into something that's turning him on, if you were to wear them the right way,
I do. I do
would
wear
he
them
then
the right way.
ask for it?
I'm talking about this happens like on a weekly basis or at least like every 2 weeks. It happens at least once where I've got my pants or my shirt or
But
my
it's It's
whatever.
randomly on that day that he's taking them off.
He is there a lot. So
Okay.
tell me about your Mrs. Dadbod. Tell me about Mrs.
Mrs. Dadbod.
Dadbod.
She's an
Yeah.
enigma. She doesn't really exist. I just have her labeled as such, and there's a fictitious TikTok account running around with that name on it. No, she's real.
Okay.
She's real.
She
She's
is.
awesome.
Okay, well, are you lying now or were you lying before?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Multiple guest decisions will always get a yes. No, she's great. She's
Tell
great.
me the story with all the juicy details, like how you met and who, like tell me how a girl would tell me.
We met on Match.
Okay.
Um, we both had the same career field at the time.
Listen, you're telling me like a guy would tell me. Tell me how a girl
Okay.
would tell me.
Well, I'm not a girl, so I don't know.
Okay,
What a
we
girl
love
tell
the
me. Oh,
details. You're like, and then I
okay.
seen
Gotcha.
her.
Gotcha.
I seen her and
Oh,
she was
gotcha.
just,
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, give us all the details.
So, there I was. Um, I had been lonely for a while, and I just hadn't been seeing anybody. And my girlfriend told me that I should try Match, and I wasn't into it. I didn't want to do it.
Wait, your
But
girlfriend? Your girlfriend
yes,
told you?
no. This is from her perspective, okay? This is not from my perspective. This is from her perspective.
Oh,
So I just decided that I.
you're actually telling it from your girlfriend's perspective.
Right. Isn't that what you wanted? You wanted the gory details. You
No,
said it from a woman's perspective.
no,
Oh, you want
no,
it from my perspective as a woman? I'm
no.
I'm so confused.
No, guys. This is how guys tell stories. They're like, I was on Bumble and then I met my girlfriend and now we've been together for 5 years. That's a guy version of a story. Okay, a girl version of a story. We create the scene. We talk about like the details. I seen her and then she was just like her hair was flowing and like she just had this like vibe and I seen her and I just like I knew, and we go through all the details. You're skipping over
Oh
the
my
details.
god.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
that's okay.
My viewers need you to set the scene. We need like all the juicy details.
I'll
And
give it
go.
my best shot.
Okay.
So it was a stormy Friday. I remember the day well. It was 87 degrees outside, 35% humidity.
Okay. Okay. Okay, tell
I
me
was
in your
wearing blue.
real voice.
She'll kill me later when she watches this, but
Okay. Well, that's
no,
okay.
the first night we met was awesome. It really was awesome because I don't think either of us had any expectations out of this situation. We were both on Match and we were both, dating, etc. And I think that we both went into it not really expecting much. And I think that we had a lot of things in common. Like we sat at an Irish bar and drank mixed beers. I don't know if you've ever had a mixed beer before, but it's basically like when you put Guinness with Blue Moon and you make a black and blue, or you do it with Strongbow and make a snake bite. It's a really delicious way to make a beer, by the way. So we had a great conversation because I feel like there was um, no, what's the word I'm looking for? We had no thoughts that this would be anything other than just a hangout. But we ended up closing down the bar and watching college football that whole night. Her team played, my team played. Both of our teams won. They were not playing each other.
Okay.
And we had really, yeah, we sat there long enough to watch two football games, which is a lot, especially for people that don't know each other. So
Yeah,
we had
that's a
some
good
really
date.
great conversation out of that. Yeah, it was. It was really good. It was really good. We drank a couple few beers, nothing that was heavy or anything like that.
Hmm.
Um, and so we closed that bar down that night, and we kept hanging out for a while. Nothing was really being serious. It was more conversational, kind of frenzy things were happening. We kept it very separate as far as like kids and stuff like that for a very long time.
Hmm.
We had no situations for a very long time as well. We didn't have any
Did
copulation of the relationship.
did that date end that night or did it end the next day?
No, it ended that night. I mean, it was just like
Oh, okay.
there
Okay.
were no expectations.
Okay. Well, I just was wondering if you treated it the same way you treat your podcast. So.
I know I'm a gentleman. I'm 100% a gentleman. I will not disgrace a young lady on her first night with me. No, 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 no,
Oh.
no.
What if she disgraced you?
I mean, I've been a victim before.
Have
Um,
you? have
yeah,
Have you? Do you want to tell
yeah.
us about it?
No, it just it hurts.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
hurts, and I
It
don't want to
hurts.
talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, back to the story. So
Okay.
we hung out for many, many months. Many months. In fact, so many months that we have now been together for 12 years. We're both from previous marriages. We both have our own kids. So when we bring all of our kids together, there's a total of 5 of them. And they're all adults, by the way.
I can't date that like with people with that many kids. It was like a one
Oh, wait,
or
I had the
none
3. Okay,
thing.
I'm the one with the 3. I had 3.
Yeah. I wouldn't get a bus for
She
you.
has 2.
No.
What?
No.
Why
I'm
not?
sorry. No, because you know what? I have 2. And so if I start dating a guy that has 3, now I got to get a bus? Like I can't just have a regular car?
It depends on how old they are.
How old were they?
So, like, I mean, well, the youngest at that time, let's see, that was 12 years ago. So my sons would have been 6, 7.
Yeah, so you have to get a
They're
bus.
19 now. No, we
Yeah,
just carpool.
you can't.
We just carpool. No, 2 cars. 2
Just
cars.
2 cars.
Just 2 cars.
No,
Just 2
I
cars.
don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
getting a bus for nobody.
But now they're all grown. Now they're all grown and it's awesome. Like we have all these adult kids running around in the world that are like little mini us's, which is
Hmm,
hilarious. Like there's another 3 people out in this world that are just like me.
that's
And
pretty cool.
in some ways they're worse. They're worse. They're
Yeah,
adulting. They're like
my
full contact adulting out there as me.
my kids are
It's
definitely worse
scary.
than me.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are. I don't know what's wrong with them.
No, that's what's right with them. That they're going to go out and they're going to continue your legacy of being just awesome out in this
Actually,
world as you.
my son is the weirdest, and it's the absolute best. I'm honestly scared to be where you are right now. Like the empty nest thing
Oh,
that's coming for me, it just feels
oh
like
my
this
god.
impending doom,
It
and I'm
is. It is.
terrified.
It's 100% doom. That's actually how we got here.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That's how I got here. That's how I got here. Honest to God, that's how I got here.
On
Was
TikTok?
empty nest syndrome. Yeah. That's how I
Oh.
started. That's how I started.
Well, so what, you were bored and trying to figure out what to do
No.
with your life?
No, I was depressed out of my freaking mind. Like
So, okay,
literally.
so you were depressed, and then what? Like somebody introduced you to TikTok and you started
No,
watching, and
no.
then
It was a whole lot different. Okay, so here's the story. My son joined the Navy. He's also in the Navy, my youngest.
okay.
He's a twin. But anyway, he's in the Navy as well. But last year, he was already going to sign up for the Navy after he graduated high school. We knew this 100%. That's the way it was going to go. So he was planning on leaving in August, right? But they had told him, they're like, look, if we can get you a slot earlier, you can get a big bonus and join the Navy early. And he was like, okay, cool. But then they were like, we don't have any slots, so don't worry about it. You're going in August. Well, after he graduated high school, it was literally like the next week he called me and he's at work and he says, hey, they got a slot. I'm going to go. And I'm like, what? Now, I had mentally prepared for August, right? I'm like, I'm going to do all this stuff in the summer with him. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. Um, and then all of a sudden, he's like, I'm going to leave next week. And I'm like, okay, cool. We got a week. We'll be able to hang out and do whatever. Then he calls me and he says, I'm leaving Wednesday. And this was on a Monday. And he left for boot camp on a Wednesday. And I had no chance to like kind of have that last moments with my son. And now, mind you, I'd been a dad since I was 18. I had my first kid when I was 18. So I knew nothing of this world besides being a dad. That's all I knew, right? That was my whole life. And then all of a sudden, my last one is going to yank the rug out of me and take my last month away and leave me early. So I went
Hmm.
into like a spiraling freaking depression. I mean, spiraling. I was bad. I was like, do we really want to be here? Do we really want to be here? I was there. So then I was like, okay, I got to do something because I'm obviously going to have more life than this, right? There's going to have to be something that I'm going to have to be outside of this. So I started turning my attention towards what is the next thing in life that I want to look forward to. And it's obviously not kids because I don't have kids. It's grandkids,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I was
Oh, I
like, I
can't
can
wait
look
for
forward to
that.
grandkids. Oh
Yeah.
man, it's so exciting. I'm so excited just by the thought of grandkids. Like, oh
Right.
my
Me
God, I
too.
get to take more children, spoil the living you know what out of them, and hand them back. That's where Dadbod the Wise came from. It was, it started out with a stitch of a guy who was saying, he asked, what did they do before? How did they deliver pizzas before GPS? And I used this fatherly voice that was talking to his grandkid and telling them the stories of how they did it back in the days before. And that one, which was like a year and a half ago, it went pretty viral in my mind at that time. It was like I got like 3 million views on it. I was like, woohoo! But
That's
then the people
amazing.
in the comments, like it was, yeah, it was amazing for somebody who had like 5,000 followers at the time. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Um, so it went viral, and the people in the comments were like, "Tell me about this. Tell me about this. Tell me about this." And that's where the stories of the days before came from. Was it was always in the frame of I was talking to my grandchildren on the porch, and that's why I'm always on the porch when I tell my stories. Is because that's the setting of
Yeah.
me talking to my grandkids. So it originally was me creating this library of stories that if something happened to me, my voice telling them stories was existing in all these social media outlets for them to be able to watch and my kids to show
Mm,
them.
I love
And now
that.
it's turned into this really wild thing of Gen X reactions, Gen X opinions and perspectives on different things that are happening in the world. We've got now this these I call them Gen X squared, which are the Gen Alphas. These little kids that
Mm,
are actually still outside doing the things that we did when we were kids. Kind of my perspective on that, and even most recently, as of a couple days ago, was these bad marriage advice reactions of other things that I would rather do than to give my wife that type of advice. It's stupid stuff like telling your wife that it's not the dress that makes her fat, it's her that makes her fat. And all the reasons and other things I'd rather do than to tell her that.
don't do that. Don't do that.
And it's things like I would rather let Freddy Krueger give me a prostate exam. I would rather let Joe Biden give me a shoulder rub.
Yeah.
I
I'd
would
rather
rather,
wash
fight
my
Chuck
bean with,
Norris.
a toothbrush and Listerine.
Exactly. It's that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Which those are kind of fun. So yeah, so that we are here because of the fact that I was an empty nester.
Okay. Well, I love that. You know
Yeah.
what if I could ask as a follower of yours, if I could ask for anything from you, um I just
Huh.
want you to read me stories. Like I want you to write a story or write multiple stories, and then I want you to make like an audible kind of sleep podcast where I can just listen to you tell stories. And you could do this for like the family and kids, and then you could have like a after hours kind of one too, because that's you could. I'm just saying you could. I'm not saying I would listen
I
to it.
could.
I'm just saying some people would might want to in the
Well, if
some
you're not
people
going to
might
listen to
want
it,
to
what's the
listen to
point?
that
It's your idea. If you're not going to listen to it, what's the point?
because oth- other people like that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll run it up the chain and see what the boss says.
Truly though, I really think that it would be amazing to hear you like tell like almost kind of humorous stories, like the way that you tell them, like you're talking to your grandkids, and like you write a story of like back in my day, and it's kind of like this silly story. We had to walk to the Blockbuster and buy 7 movies for 7 days, and then our parents would send us down into the basement with just a bag of Ripple chips and a 2 liter of pop, and we were down there for hours, and we were told we weren't allowed to come back home or come back upstairs unless something was broken, and if we did, we got a spank.
I actually did that.
Like like I just want to hear you tell these stories. I would absolutely love to see you do something like that.
Okay, I will. I will. I
Hmm.
mean, I actually did that story, but I can
Oh,
do
did
it
you?
again differently. Yeah, that's one of the. I mean, like I said, when I first started out, they were asking for everything. They're like, "Tell me about Blockbuster. Tell me about merry-go-rounds. Tell me about Red Rover. Tell me about Jarts, tell me about all. And if you go in my old archives, like it's nothing but stories like that,
No, but
and
I
they're
mean like
hilarious.
an actual storybook. Like an
Oh,
actual
like a
book,
book,
like a
like write a
kid's
book,
book, and then you read it
like a
like you
kid's
do.
book.
Yeah, and then you do
Ah,
like a audio book where you read it in the dad bod voice.
okay. Yeah, I could do that. I
I
could
think
definitely do that.
this is what's next for you. This is what I see in your crystal ball.
I had actually bought a bunch of, I want to call them adult story time books, but it's
Uh-huh.
not adult like in a kinky kind of way. It's like more like Go the Fuck to Sleep. Have you ever read that book?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that one. And I was gonna actually read those, but then I realized that the crowd that I was at and the people that were watching my stuff wanted it to stay kind of PG,
Yeah.
and so I've kind of kept it PG or close to PG on
Yeah.
purpose because I
Yeah,
think that's
no, I
another
think you
thing that
should.
I've got going is I'm like one of the few clean and sanitary. I can show this to my kids type TikTokers, right?
Yeah, me too. I'm the yeah, I feel the same way about my stuff.
I don't I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but I don't know if any parent is going to show their kids your stuff,
That's hurtful.
especially if they're under the age of 15.
A lot of moms don't like me, I think, for this particular
They're
reason.
jealous. They're just jealous.
I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's just that I'm inappropriate, and some of them are like extremely appropriate.
What is inappropriate these days?
Me.
Mm, really?
Really.
Really? Compared to some of the things that I've seen?
I know. Well, okay, so
No.
here's the thing is like, yeah, the things I say are inappropriate, but you're never going to see me in like, you know, my like boobs out. I'm no. I'm pretty much always covered up. You're never going to see me twerking or shaking my butt. And it's because I don't think people can handle it. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
it's a lot to be this funny and beautiful. Uh, if you like, if I was to show off my rockin' bod with like pretty much zero flaws, that's a lot for people to handle. And so,
You don't need to. You don't need
no,
to.
you know what? Here's, you want to know why I like, this is basically how I am right now. This is how almost every single video of mine is. And there's been like some
Yeah.
like brands and different things. Like I did a period of time where I was like trying out period products and that kind of thing. So I there was a few videos where I've shown my body on them. But for the most part, I barely ever show my body. And the reason is because I just wanted to know that I earned it. You know, that I like, if people
Right.
followed me, I wanted to know that I like earned that follow, not just by what like somebody liking how I looked, but
Right.
I don't know. I just want like, I wanted to be
For more
entertaining
than just your body?
or funny or it's
Yeah.
not that. It's just like I just want to know that people are following me for like something that I enjoy being followed for.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I get it. I completely get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. Anyways, that's enough about me. So, as a content creator, you've been on for about a year and a half now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
About a year and a half now. Can't believe
So, what do people ask you most? Like, what do people ask you about? What do they want to know? Because I mean, we might as well answer some of those questions while we're here.
it. Well, they ask where I'm from. They ask what I do. They ask if that's my real voice.
You got to answer them. That's the whole point. You got to you got to give the question and then you got to Where are you
Oh,
from?
oh, oh. Yeah, exactly. Where are you from? I'm from South Carolina.
Okay.
Jeez, I'm sorry, I'm not very bright. Um,
That's okay.
they asked me where I'm from, which I'm from South Carolina, Charleston
Uh-huh.
area in South Carolina. For those of you who are not familiar with it, they ask me if this accent is real, and I tell them, of course, they need to go watch a podcast interview that I've done. I've been previously referring them over to the Contagion Effect podcast, but I'm probably going to refer them over to this one to watch this one and get the details of behind the accent. No pressure there. You're just going to be the one that they're going to look at now. And then, of course, they asked me where I get these hats from. That's the other thing.
What is that hat?
It's just a yellow hat, which I've got a bunch of colors. It's the South Carolina state, the outline of the South Carolina state with a dog on it, and it says local dog. It's a really small brand here in the area that I live in, which they're not so small anymore, thanks to my help. But they have a bunch of different colors of the hats and a bunch of different things. They are at www.localdog.com is their website. There's also a link in my link tree to them. We're not directly related. They're just a small mom and pop that I support, and they've grown very well. And
Can you show us the hat?
yeah, what do you see like that? Many different colors. I wear them in almost all of my videos, just because I love them and I loved them before I was popular. I guess I'm popular now, and I've just loved supporting and watching them grow. So check them out, localdog.com.
And what do people put in your comments? Like what are the comments that you get more frequently that maybe aren't a question?
Well, so in a lot of my DMs, so I get a lot of DMs from people, not just on TikTok, but also Facebook and Instagram, is how much those stories resonate with them. Like how much they feel like, and they'll be from other parts of the world, like people in Australia, they'll be like, I grew up exactly the same as you did. Because the stories resonate so much from that period, with the street lights and being a latchkey kid and all those stories resonate with people across the entire globe. It's crazy. I mean, you, Canada, they resonate with you. They resonate with
Yeah.
so many people that grew up in that age, which is weird because, if we think about what we were back then, we were a generation that didn't have very many stories per se. There was no videotaping everything and putting everything on your phone. And, it's crazy that storytelling, which is the oldest, method of communication, is still relevant, and still resonates with so many people that are of the like period of the storyteller. That's probably the coolest thing.
Yeah, there's so many people that do resonate with that. And I mean, for me, it's like I see things happen right now, in Gen Z's childhood and the way that it is for them. And like, and it's sometimes it's so shocking because it's like, man, if I said that, I would be bent over the piano bench right now. That's what would have happened. If I
Yeah,
talked back to my mom, she would have stuck that bar right down my throat. That soap
right.
right down my throat.
Exactly.
And the kids now, it's like they're so bold, and like some of them like really talk shit to, I mean, my kids don't, because I
But you know what?
mm,
It's our fault.
no.
It's our fault.
Why is it our fault?
It's our fault
For
because
what?
we are the generation that promoted them to have a voice, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a double-edged sword. It's a good thing and a bad thing, right? We were the generation that was told to be seen, but not heard,
Yes. Hmm. I got told that a lot.
right?
Hmm.
So sit down and shut up. Well,
Yeah.
we did not want that for our children. We wanted our children to have a relationship with their parents, and we do have a relationship with our parents. We have a very open and honest and candid relationship with our kids. We probably tell them too much because, trust me, I've told my kids way too much. In fact, I think that's where they're going to be going to therapy, is from the things that I've told them about my life, even in my adult life. But anyway, the point is, we have promoted them to have a voice,
Yeah.
right? By having a relationship with us, by allowing them to be on the same communication level as us. Our parents, it was a hierarchy. The parents were way up here and we were way down here, and we only addressed them as, sir, ma'am, and mother, may I, right? That's
Yeah.
not how we have it with our kids. And so this is the unintentional result, in my opinion, of us trying to give our kids a better world than what we have.
On this topic, there was one question that I did want to ask you.
Okay.
What concerns you about the generations growing up in this decade? Like what
N-
concerns
not
you about the kids growing up now?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Not even the ones that
No.
ask the questions that you stitch?
No.
There's
No.
nothing?
No, because I mean, our parents were just as concerned about us, right?
Uh-huh.
Because we were, these wild, rambunctious kids that didn't live in the hands slapped by the ruler world that they probably lived in, right? And
Yeah.
so it's every generation before has an opinion of the current generation that's probably could be somewhat negative. They think, oh my God, you're such a wildcat. How would you do these things? Blah, blah, blah. But the world also has a way of self-correcting as well, right? So
Right.
there's going to be, like I said, there's benefits to the way that they communicate. There's benefits to the way that they engage with the world that are very different than what we expected and or desired, but it's their way because
Yeah.
we're going to leave this world, right? And it's going to be in their hands. So they're going to have to figure it out. And
I mean,
I
I
don't, I'm not
guess.
worried about it at all. And here's the thing you got to remember, there's always going to be 10% at the top, 10% at the bottom, and there's 80% in the middle. The
Yeah,
things that we see on TikTok are 10% at the top and 10% at the bottom.
that's
80%
true.
of this world of kids are perfect, right? There's those that are super super special towards the downside, and there's those that are super super special towards the upside.
Yeah.
But that's what people see the most of. And so there's a huge collection of kids that my kids fit into them. Most of my kids fit into them. That are right there in the middle, and they're going to be fine. They're
Yeah.
going to navigate this world and be fine.
They will. I love
That's
that
what's
you
important.
have this like this optimism, because it's kind of funny because like watching your videos and stuff, I actually thought that there would be a huge part of you that was like just concerned for the generations to
No,
come. Well, I mean that's what you might
no,
assert to like when you watch your
yeah,
videos. Yeah.
you could. One
Yeah.
could say that. One could say that, or one could say
Yeah.
that I'm playing the crowd too. Right?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
what they want.
totally. Totally.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
hope you give all of us what we want and you do some books because everybody wants what I want. Um, and if you guys are interested in watching the veteran dad bod, head on over to TikTok. Check him out. He's amazing on there. I'm sure he's amazing everywhere else, but that's where I watch him. And also, if you wanted to check out some of his merch, I'll put that link below. And he's got some veteran coins, which is probably the most interesting thing I've seen on anybody's merch ever. That's that's so cool. I kind of love it.
If you're a veteran, you understand. They understand what the coin
Yeah.
means. It means a
No,
lot.
I get it. I get it. I wasn't expecting that. Everybody's always got like t-shirts and mugs and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
What's
you
that?
got some really interesting merch on there. But if you guys have enjoyed this podcast, go and support veteran Dadbod and encourage him to do all the things that I've asked him to do, so that he knows we all want it. God damn it. Okay, we're back again because oh god, I'm such a mess. It's not the veteran Dadbod. It's Dadbod Veteran. Dadbod Veteran. I really do watch his channel. I swear to God.
Sometimes she does.
Okay. Yeah. I do. I do. So if you're looking for him, don't do what I just said to do. Look for Dadbod Veteran. Dadbod Veteran.
That's right. The
Right?
Dadbod Veteran.
We got it this time.
We got it. We got it.